All right, Gemini, let's see what we have for you. Spirit, what do we have at the foundation? Okay, right out the gates, Six of Swords. Aquarius energy at the foundation. What do we have at the sacral, please? There's a lot of movement inside your energy, Gemini, especially at the foundation. Wow, Knight of Wands, a lot of movement is right. Yeah, I was going to say, especially at the foundation. So the root chakra, right? The stability of your life. There seems to be a lot of change going on here. It's like you're transitioning on from something, or this could be something that's preparing to come up. For some of you, there could even be travel in your future here, or maybe you're traveling right now. But whatever the case, there is a lot of movement here, especially following with the Knight of Wands, which the illustration here says it all, okay? And I feel that I just heard that this is a long time coming. There's something you've been planning here for quite some time. The Knight of Wands here, this is an energy that really goes out and takes what it wants, right? But it does it because it knows it deserves it. And that's right there at the sacral position. So the sacral is all connected to your passion, your creativity. It's the fire in your belly. And as we can see here, he's on this motorcycle, right? And this particular card from this deck, by definition, speaks about you having a full tank of gas, so it's like you're ready. And we can also see through this portal here, it shows us two different images, that he's actually on a lion. That's the lion's mane there, right? So this is telling me that you're moving with a lot of confidence through this energy in regards to whatever this is here. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Yeah, I'm hearing something about, well, I just saw the Seven of Pentacles. That can be an energy of having some sort of a vision. It's like you've been in the planning stages of preparing to move towards a certain energy. And I feel that, yeah, I just heard you have all your ducks in a row. I'm picking up this very... I just heard systematic. Eight of Wands. Wow. All this movement. Eight of Wands is one of the fastest moving energies in the tarot. Every card here represents movement, big movement. So as we can see here on this Eight of Wands, this person is throwing this javelin, right? Now, there's this tremendous force of power that I'm picking up behind your energy, Gemini. And you know, I gotta say that in the 5 years that I've had my channel and I've been doing readings for you, I don't ever remember picking up an energy for you like this ever. There's so much dedication and focus to something that you're going towards here. This is somebody who has an extreme amount of confidence regarding the direction they're moving, or you should, okay? There's going to be different groups of you here. Some of you are already in this transitionary period. You're moving through this energy right now. And some of you are preparing to move through this energy, or you're trying to get up the confidence and courage to do so. Now, I feel for those of you who aren't quite in this energy yet, this is a message here of encouragement that this is the direction you need to go in, okay? This is an energy of extreme precision. It's like this person is launching this javelin, and to me, it's like they have a clear target and they know they're going to hit it. You know, the whole purpose of this particular sport is to throw the javelin as far as you possibly can. And the way this person is looking up at the sky, right? I just immediately thought about an individual who is shooting for the stars. All of these cards here are either in the sky or pointing up towards the sky. The Knight of Wands, this plane here. And the fact that we're seeing two different planes here, right? There's a modern day plane, and then, I mean, this looks like one of the first planes ever, right? So when I saw that, I thought, this is something you've been planning for a long time. Okay, I just heard it's a long time coming. That Eight of Wands is also at the solar plexus position, which is telling me that you're in full control here. It's like you're pushing forward in a certain direction because you know with every fiber of your being that's the direction you're supposed to go. And if there was really one phrase to explain this energy right now that we have here, it would be just that. You know that this is the direction you're supposed to go and nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to get in your way because your faith is telling you that yes, this is the direction you're supposed to go. And should anything try to get in your way, it will fail miserably at trying to stop you. Wow. And right on the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. So what I just said, right, about energies failing miserably is being perfectly depicted, right, by this Seven of Wands. It's like we have what looks to be a goalie here, and it almost looks like he's holding from here, it kind of looks like a cricket bat. But whatever the case, by definition, the Seven of Wands, it's an energy of being in complete control. Now, there is certainly an energy that I'm picking up on that is trying to make you feel discouraged here. It's just barely registering inside the energy right now because I think it's a non-factor. But the fact it's coming through means that you need to be aware of it, okay, so you can move accordingly, despite how confident you may be on your path here. And I just heard very clearly, don't forget to take your rain jacket. I'm not even going to try and dissect what that might mean. I just think it's metaphorical in regards to whatever might try and come against you, okay? It's just seen as rain, right? You just put a raincoat on and it's not even a thing to worry about. Now, I feel that this energy is not aware of how prepared you are for whatever this is here. I'm picking up on all different scenarios here. For some of you, this is a move. For others, you could literally be traveling around the world. For others, this could be a project. It could be something in your career. And for some of you, it could even be connected to family dynamics or a relationship, something that you are moving on from, okay? And you're finally prepared to do so. Let's get the heart position. Wow, the Lovers. Gemini, that is your energy right there at the heart. So you're showing up in your own reading, smack dab in the middle. Let's get the throat position before we speak on this. Too many cards. What do we have at the throat, please? Three of Wands. Another card of travel. So all of these cards, the Six of Swords, Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, and Three of Wands, all represent travel, movement. The Three of Wands is telling us that the direction you're preparing to go in, you've never been before, but you feel so confident about it. Now, the fact that we have the Lovers here, smack dab in the middle of the reading, there's something that you're aiming for. It doesn't have to be connected to love. It certainly can be, but more what I'm feeling here is you coming into some sort of union with your higher self, which can be something that we accomplish when we go after a certain goal or we align with something on our path. There seems to be an energy of completion there. There seems to be an energy of something divinely guided that we have now aligned ourselves with. You know, Gemini, if I was going to really expand on the storyline of what I'm picking up here, this feels like somebody who's preparing to move and they're following some sort of inner calling, some sort of inner knowing that this is the direction that they're supposed to go. And just by chance, they happen to meet somebody. Now, again, it could be in love, but it could be a partnership, an opportunity here. It just gives, right? We see these two people. They look like they're standing on a bus or maybe even a train or something, right? And it's like they're just standing across from each other, but it's almost like they don't know each other. They're not even aware that there's some sort of connection there, right? It's like just crossing paths with somebody. Now, again, it doesn't have to be around love. It can be an opportunity. It's like you position yourself somewhere and some sort of opportunity comes across your path and it's all divinely led and things just start to lock into place. And I just heard it's all geometry. So geometry focuses on the size, shape, and position of something. But it's like these are just all metaphors for, yeah, I just heard it's like an equation. You know, picking up an energy like this where I'm channeling through things about equations and mathematics and stuff like this, it makes it feel like you are being divinely led and the universe is calculating certain things in your life. Okay, well, we're going to move them here, and then we're going to bring this opportunity across their path, and it's going to equal this, right? That's what I'm getting here. Now, Gemini, for those of you out there that have yet to make some sort of move, right? Yeah, I'm hearing that a lot of you are in this phase right now where you may even be second guessing yourself, or maybe there's some fear there, like, oh, I don't know, right? This right here is a sure thing. And I feel really confident about saying that, given how much movement is inside this energy. So if there's something that you have been wanting to go towards, if there's something that you have felt calling you, this is your confirmation here that yes, what you're sensing is correct. I'm also hearing that once you make the decision that this is the direction you're going to go in, the universe is going to clear your path for you. It's going to bring opportunities across your path to make traveling down this particular path a bit easier. Right? It's like you could be saying to yourself right now, but what about this? I don't know what's going to happen here. And it's like the universe saying, don't worry about that yet. Just worry about the first couple of steps. Take those, and we're going to be working on steps 7, 8, and 9, okay, for you. And as you start committing to this path, things are just going to start unfolding for you. Okay, I'm also hearing that you are manifesting the timeline as you go. So it's like you moving in this direction all of a sudden triggers a cascade of events that starts aligning you with this new timeline in your everyday waking life. I'm seeing this image in my mind's eye right now. It's quite profound, but I'm looking back to this 8 of Wands here, and it's like Spirit is saying to you, okay, we want you to aim for the stars here, which is just another way of speaking about you aiming for a timeline that is way far out, right? Almost like there's no way that you could ever possibly pull that timeline into your everyday waking life. But what they're showing me here is that you throw this javelin to this timeline, and I'm seeing you reeling it in, right? And all these analogies and metaphors that they're giving me here are just little things to build up your confidence, to give you some encouragement to really go for it here, okay? Because this is one of these situations where you bet it all and you win. What do we have at the third eye, please? Wow. You know, Gemini, when I just said this is one of these situations where you bet it all and win, I was almost going to say it's one of these situations where you have a winning hand, okay? And sure enough, we get the Ace of Pentacles, right? A hand holding a pentacle. Now, this Ace of Pentacles alone is confirming everything I said about this being divinely led, because this is the divine saying, oh, we're going to make this happen, all right, because this is all a part of your destiny. This is the direction you're supposed to go. And it's one of these situations where you feel it, right? You know it in your heart of hearts. And when you know it in your heart of hearts, that's the green light from the universe. And the fact we're getting this Ace of Pentacles at the third eye, right, which is your intuition, this is telling us that you feel intuitively led to go this way. And Spirit is saying, yes, that is correct. Ace of Pentacles at the third eye. What you're feeling in your heart of hearts is spot on, right? And the fact that we have the Lovers at the heart is also confirming that message. What you're feeling in your heart of hearts about this thing you're trying to manifest into your everyday waking life is spot on. Shoot for the stars. You have everything you need to make this happen. And 6 of Swords, this is your rite of passage. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is an energy of materializing some sort of manifestation into your everyday waking life, and it making some sort of a real world impact inside your reality. And possibly, I mean, depending on what it is, in the lives of others too. It's something that, again, is divinely led, but there's some sort of greater purpose connected to this. Now, the whole point that I'm trying to get at here is that when you have these kinds of energies behind a manifestation like this, when it's something that is divinely led, it's the closest thing we can get to saying, hey, this is a sure thing. Because not only do you feel it in your heart of hearts, right? Well, you feel it in your gut, rather. You feel it in the depths of your soul, but it's coming through in the cards here. So all I'm doing here is confirming to you that, yes, what you know and feel is accurate. What do we have at the crown, please? The moon. Pisces energy at the crown. Wow. So that moon card would be at home at that crown position because, again, it's speaking about your intuition. It's also speaking about your subconscious mind. And I'm starting to pick up on a group of you right now that are feeling very uncertain. It's like there's some emotional insecurity here. It's like you're focusing on all the things that don't matter right now. And I get it, right? You're trying to be 10 steps ahead, but when it comes to situations like this, your faith is what is going to drive you. And when you allow your faith to drive you, that's what leads to the big, extraordinary breakthroughs, right? The ones where you didn't know how every single little thing was going to work out. You just knew that you needed to go in that direction because you felt so guided by the divine, right? This is one of these situations where the divine is also testing your faith, right? So when you get on the other side of this, you have a whole new sense of faith and a newfound relationship with Source and your spirit team. There's multiple things going on in this energy here. Not only are they trying to guide you towards this manifestation, but they're also trying to get closer to you, right? So once you're in this new energy, you're just moving differently. This is a very transformative energy I'm picking up on this table here. Even though I don't have any cards here that represent transformation yet, it's like there's all this movement towards it. Like that's the next obvious step here. But right now you're being guided to break out of this subconscious fear so we can make all of this a reality. You know, some of you are literally lying awake in your bed at night, thinking about all this, fantasizing about all this. And then all this around you, this is all the noise, right? This is all the fear. Everything that's trying to cloud your perception and make you feel like you can't go in that direction. Cloud your perception and make you feel like you can't go in that direction. Rhymed a little bit. Yeah, there's an energy here, Gemini, where I feel like you're waiting on something that isn't going to arrive because you already have all the answers you need, right? It's like you're waiting for clarity on something that you've already been given clarity on. That inner knowing, your intuition, that gentle push from the universe, that's your clarity. And the interesting thing about this energy is that I also feel that whatever clarity you may still be waiting for, you can't even completely articulate. Like you don't know what else you need, right? Which sounds like an energy of making up an excuse as to why you can't go in a certain direction. The subconscious fear is just a part of an old timeline. Even though you're still very much on the timeline, it's wanting to close out, right? These are all pieces of an older version of you that are still trying to tether you into a space of non-action. And this whole reading here is to encourage you to break the chains that keep you in a space of being defined by all the things you could have been. You know, that can just really speak about talking about something and saying you're going to do something, but never acting on it. And we all find ourselves in spaces like this. No one's perfect. But I feel that based on what I'm seeing here, Gemini, you're going to overcome this and you're going to look back on this moment. You're going to be proud of yourself. It's one of these moments where it's like you get to look at yourself from your higher self, right? And you're genuinely proud for how far you've come and what you have been able to overcome to get to that very moment. It's like where you give yourself a hug, right? You stop and you pat yourself on your own back. You look in the mirror and you smile at yourself. You're proud of you for how far you've come. You know, when you can do that, it's a pretty amazing feeling, you know, because only you know what it took to get there. You lived it. And words can't even ever really fully describe what you had to go through to get to that point because a lot of it is mental or it's just subconscious, right? But Gemini, there's something really grand is what I heard waiting for you here, okay? And I feel it's time that you go out and get it. I just heard it's time you make yourself really happy, right? Not the fake kind of happy, where you try to convince yourself that you're happy in a space that you may have just settled for. No, this is completely different. This is real. As I'm looking at this Three of Wands, there's two images here. It's like the one image, I'm thinking about, the geometry, right? You're trying to work everything out. We see these shapes and things, and it almost looks like he's looking at a computer screen with equations and things on it. And then there's this other image where it looks like you're somewhere else, right? But just then when I looked at the Three of Wands, I thought, there you are staring out over this new space, completely dumbfounded that you're here now. It's like, I can't believe I did it. I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm staring at this. What do we have at the foundation, please? The Emperor, Ball. Here we go. Gemini, you are breaking free from something right now that is so incredibly deep and profound that I don't even think any of us can begin to fully conceive. But all I can tell you is that this mission, I just heard that very clearly, this mission, okay, that you're on is going to shift something. Right as I said that, I got a ringing in my ear. Lately in all the readings we've been talking about the Matrix and breaking free of these very restrictive energies that try to keep us inside a reality that is not for our highest good, right? It's essentially an energy that wants to limit us because it gets more from us by keeping us in a space where it can feed off of us. And that's exactly what I'm getting here. It's like you are being guided to break out of your own matrix right now. This is what this is. This is when you're going to really go for it. And these fears that you've had around this new beginning, you're going to put in your rearview mirror. This Emperor card right here, Bull, this is a very dominating, very controlling kind of energy. I quite often think of this card as the system, right? The beast system, the matrix, but the darker side of it. It's the energy that wants to keep you in line for its own agenda, sort of herd mentality, right? No, Gemini, you will not break free from the matrix of your life. You are a sheep. That's what this energy is right here. But the divine has other plans for you. You are a black sheep. You are different. You're here because you're supposed to accomplish something. I feel so confident in saying this, Gemini, and it's obviously going to be different for each and every one of you. But if I was to try and ground that as much as I possibly could, it would be that I believe that the universe and the divine uses each one of us, places us in different environments for different tasks that we need to accomplish. And when we begin to nurture our connection with Source, we allow ourselves to be guided through these energies with a bit more fluidity, right? Which can be another way of speaking about having faith. Okay, I don't know why the universe is guiding me to go here, but I'm going to do it, right? When you sort of start moving like this in your everyday waking life, everything changes. It's like you're saying, Divine, I'm available to you 24/7. Whatever energies you need me to navigate, I'm your vessel. And this energy here, this sort of beast system doesn't like this because this is when you are going against the sort of status quo, right? You're pushing back against some sort of system of control, the societal norms, right? And that's what I get for you here, Gemini. There's something big I just heard on the horizon for you. But you have to go and get it, right? Because of your free will. This requires inspired action. Knight of Wands energy here. You want it? It's available to you. But you have to go and get it. What do we have at the sacral, please? Queen of Pentacles, Earth energy. Underneath that, Knight of Wands at the sacral. Gemini, this is further highlighting what we've been picking up. Now, this Knight of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles at the sacral position is telling me that you are going to channel this passionate energy into some sort of tangible, long-term outcome. There's a lot of stability for you on the other side of this change. There's some sort of long-lasting success that is connected to all of this, Gemini. And I just heard it's right here for you now. This is one of these energies where it can feel impulsive. It can feel almost reckless, right? But I will say that if this energy doesn't feel foreign to you, right? If you have been feeling called to go in this direction, if you have been picking up on the energies that I have been putting down here, then this message is for you. Something here tells me that this has been a long time coming. That again, like we picked up earlier on in the reading, you could have been preparing for this or talking about this for a long time. I don't feel that this message is going to be for people that don't know what this is all about, okay? You'll have, again, a really good sense of what it is we're picking up on here. It will feel familiar. This message should almost feel like it was curated just for you, right? You know, quite often people say, oh my God, that felt like a personal reading. It felt like it was just for me. That's what this reading will feel like to you. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? The World underneath the Eight of Wands. Gemini, this is one of these changes that's going to happen so rapidly once you say yes, and it's going to culminate into some sort of success. There's also a major cycle that you're going to be closing out that's directly connected to this, which is what I was picking up with the Moon card, right? The subconscious fears. It's like you're putting that again in your rearview mirror behind you. That is really what is indicating the closure of a cycle. It's like you're evolving on from those parts of you that may have been too fearful to bring forward the changes up until now. What do we have at the heart, please, Spirit? Okay, there's two sides to this card. We're going to start on this side first. All right, so that's the Knight of Swords, and it says right there, criticism. Now, the Knight of Swords is speaking about some sort of reckless energy around you. They're getting a bit more specific. I'm channeling something through right now. Yeah, there could be somebody around you that's jealous about the decisions you're making to move in this direction. You know, the way that they gave us this Knight of Swords underneath the Lovers, they're giving me the example of somebody being jealous about your new love. Now, again, it doesn't have to be that. That's just the example they're giving me, okay? It could just be your new beginning, your new project, your new life, okay? But they want to give that pairing there to show that it's just an example of somebody being envious of something you're about to have. And this is a very sneaky energy here, okay? It almost gives, well, they're literally, look, sneaking up behind you, right? You know, this could simply come down to somebody criticizing you, right? It says right there, criticism. So maybe somebody is putting some sort of a negative spin on the decisions you're making. This could be directly connected to this Moon energy, this subconscious fear. Yeah, it could be environmental. This energy could be why you feel this way. Yeah, I just heard it's their influence. You know, we all know what it's like when you're around somebody who's really negative all the time, right? It's like it's hard for it not to rub off on you. That's why it's so important to just try and surround yourself with positive people as much as you can. And if that's not possible in the moment, then you're better off just being by yourself. But whatever the case, Gemini, I just feel that you need as much encouragement as you can get right now. And I don't feel that you're getting it in your environment. I just heard you're going to feel like you can actually breathe for the first time, which that's probably speaking about you getting on the other side of this energy, right? You're like, oh my God, I can actually breathe in a way that I've never been able to before. And then on this side of the card, we have the Sun, Leo energy. It says right there, restoration of life. Now, the Sun, for those of you that don't know, is the most positive card that you can pull in the tarot. It's the most high vibrational energy that there is. So this is speaking about a complete success, okay? And it's also telling me that you're actually going to be happy. There's this very revitalized, fun sort of energy that I'm getting from you on the other side of all of this. And see how it's like they're looking up, right? They're blowing their little trumpets up at this lover's energy, which again just represents the energy you're going towards, right? Not only is that lover's card at the heart, but the Sun card is also at the heart, which would also be the home position for the Sun in my readings. This is a calibration. This is an alignment taking place here for you. What do we have at the throat, please, Spirit? Queen of Wands. self-mastery, fire energy at the throat, right underneath that Three of Wands. It says right here, divine power guards against mental troubles. Okay, so I feel that this is speaking about the work that you have now put in to remove yourself from this space, okay? Or the work you're going to put in, rather, to remove yourself from this space. There's a certain level of self-mastery that you attain in doing this. It's like a personal triumph. Going back to what I said about patting yourself on the back, right? It's like you overcome something that you may have been trying to overcome for a very long time, or you remove yourself from an environment. You know, there's many different things it could be, so place it as it fits. And as soon as you do this, this whole new world of possibilities opens up for you. Look at that, right on the bottom of this deck, right? The Sun, again, the exact same card. Completely different deck. Okay, what do we have at the third eye, please, Spirit? Wow. And it's right underneath the Ace of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Stacked with the Ace of Pentacles at the third eye. Remember what I said about this felt like a sure thing? I don't think we can get a bigger confirmation for that particular message of it feeling like a sure thing than the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune at the third eye, which is your intuition saying, go for it. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is representing this turning point in your life, and it's also speaking about life cycles, right? Which is another way of speaking about timelines, which we were speaking about earlier on in the reading. There's a lot of really positive karma that has accumulated here for you, Gemini. It's just a matter of you collecting now, right? You may not even be fully aware of this because it's energetic. It's an agreement that you have with the universe that you probably can't even see clearly because of your environment. You know, Gemini, I feel that some of you may be in environments right now that are making it difficult for you to connect to source or just have some sort of deeper belief system that tells you that all of this is possible, right? I'm hearing something about low vibrational energies that are trying to keep you trapped, not only inside the matrix, but keep you vibrating in a lower frequency. So it makes it difficult to even have faith. It makes it difficult to even think about the possibility of materializing your dreams. It's like you're existing inside of a space where your dreams are just dreams, right? You're existing inside of a space where you're okay being defined by all of the things you could have been. But that's all about to end, Gemini. All right, what do we have at the crown to close this out? That card flipped over so fast, I didn't even finish what I was saying. Gemini, the Lovers again, okay? So this Lovers card, though, I feel is illustrating more of what I was picking up here, right? It doesn't have to be a literal romantic partnership or love. Again, it can be. It just depends on your situation, okay? It could be that that's a part of the deal, right? Maybe you step into this new beginning, you go in this direction, and quite possibly cross paths with someone, okay? It just depends on your situation. But what I was really picking up here was that this is a union with your higher self, and that's exactly what this card illustrates to me. It's like this is your higher self rescuing you, right? Elevating you to this new timeline. It's like your higher self is helping you move on from fears that have always been holding you back. It's like your higher self saying, okay, let's go. You ready? I got you. Gemini, I just heard that this is your guiding light. This is what you've always been asking for. It may not look that way in your everyday waking life because it never does, right? But when you get on the other side of it, it will be as clear as day to you. But this is that moment in your life when the divine illuminates your path. And it's not literally speaking, right? It's what you feel in your heart of hearts. It's what you feel deep down in your core. It's what you feel in your soul. That's your path being illuminated. So Gemini, I certainly hope, if anything, that this reading can give you the encouragement and the boost that you need to start going in this direction. Because I think that this is one of the greatest readings that I've had come through for you in quite some time. And I'm happy to see it for you. And there's really nothing else I can add. So with that, I will leave it here. All right, Gemini, this is what I have for all of you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I currently have some limited spots available for personal readings. If you're interested, you can find my website and email in the description down below. But in closing, Gemini, I would like to know how this reading resonated with you. So drop me a heart and or a comment, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care.